Welcome, my friends, to a place where we share inspiration and positivity. Welcome, friends, to our video dedicated to Electa Johnson. Let's dive right in and uncover its wonders. Electa South. Electa Johnson, August 17, 1909, November 9, 2004, was an American author, lecturer, adventurer, and sail training pioneer. Throughout her life, she completed many sailing feats, including sailing around the world 7 times while training younger sailors. In this section, we'll be shedding light on early life and its impact on our understanding of the subject. Electa Johnson was born in Rochester, New York on August 17, 1909. She attended Smith College and then University of California, Berkeley. Electa Johnson's sailing experience started after her years in college when she boarded a schooner set to sail around France. Electa Johnson was fluent in French and German, and also had the ability to communicate in other languages. While aboard the schooner touring France, she met her soon-to-be husband Irving Johnson, who at the time was a crew member aboard the schooner. In 1932, Electa and Irving got married and began their sailing career together. As we transition, let's shed light on teaching sailing and its relevance to our ongoing exploration. Electa and Irving Johnson began sailing the world together and teaching young enthusiasts in 1932. From then until 1958, they went on 7 tours, 3 before World War II and 4 after, all of which circumnavigate the world. Electa and Irving did not sail during the war. Each tour had a new crew of 24 fresh recruits ready to learn. Each voyage would visit 120 ports of call, and crew members paid $4,860 to participate. Each tour lasted about 18 months, after which Electa and Irving would take 18 months off. During their breaks, they would work on their books, lecture students, and work on films. The books they wrote are listed below. Also, if Electa and Irving had free time during their summer off, they would show young Girl Scouts how to sail by sailing up and down the coast of New England. Electa and Irving used different types of sailing vessels for training their crewmates. The first ship they had was a 92-foot wooden schooner named Yankee. The next ship they used for training was a 96-foot steel brigantine also named Yankee. Their final ship was a 50-foot ketch named Yankee. This ketch was primarily for their own personal use after their years of training. In her lifetime, Electa sailed further than the distance to the moon. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore later years through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. Electa and Irving had 2 children. Before the children could walk, they boarded ship as ship's baby and began to sail with the family. After 1958, when Electa and Irving were done teaching young people how to sail on seagoing vessels, they sailed from 1958 to 1975 in more confined waters. On this, they mainly sailed their 50-foot ketch and toured around exploring the European waterways with paying guests. Electa finally retired from sailing in 1975, where she and her husband settled down in Hadley, Massachusetts, on the farm that Irving had grown up on. Irving died in 1991. The Los Angeles Maritime Institute has honored Irving and Electa by naming their twin brigantines for use in their award-winning Top Sail Youth program after them, Irving Johnson and Electa Johnson. Electa Johnson oversaw the christening ceremonies of the vessels she was instrumental in constructing prior to her death in 2004. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into the fascinating world of Westward Bound in the schooner Yankee. Westward Bound in the schooner Yankee tells of Electa and Irving's first trip around the world. The Yankee left her home port Gloucester and hit notable ports all around the world, including the Galapagos, Tahiti, the Cook Islands, Fiji, the Solomon Islands, and much more before heading home. During their first trip around the world, they discovered one of the tallest waterfalls in the world, which they named Yankee Falls. During the 18-month trip, Electa and the crew of the Yankee experienced native cultures that few even knew about at the time. Let's now venture into the realm of Yankee sails across Europe and explore the fascinating intricacies it holds. Xe and Irving trips in the European waterways took them over 10,000 miles in the Mediterranean and Baltic Seas and the canals between them. The Yankees' home base during their trip was the island of Ischia in the Bay of Naples. During their trip they went to Corfu and the port island by Odysseus and Street Paul. They then sailed westward to Sicily and Elba. They then sailed in Switzerland after they sailed down into the Netherlands and Germany. After Germany they headed to Denmark and then back to the Baltic, taking them to Finland. Once back in the Mediterranean they had ports of call in Corsica and ended back in Ischia. In this part of the video, we'll be diving deep into Yankee Sails the Nile and unraveling its profound impact. Yankee Sails the Nile is about Xe and Irving's trip on the Nile before the building of the Aswan High Dam, which would cut off part of the Nile. They were the last foreign vessel up the Nile. They sailed the heavy traffic of the Nile starting in Nile Delta and headed down to Cairo. After Cairo the Yankee sailed to see the pyramids of Karnak and the tomb of Abu Simbel. As we move forward, let's uncover the untold stories and fascinating intricacies of articles. Irving and Electa Johnson, Westward Bound in the Yankee National Geographic magazine, January 1942. Irving and Electa Johnson, The Yankees' Wonderworld, National Geographic magazine, January 1949. Irving and Electa Johnson. Yankee roams the Orient, National Geographic magazine, March 1951. Irving and Electa Johnson, South Seas Incredible Land Divers, National Geographic magazine, January 1955. Irving and Electa Johnson, The New Yankee Yachts and Yachting, October 10, 1958. Irving and Electa Johnson, Lost World of the Galapagos, National Geographic magazine, May 1959. Irving and Electa Johnson, New Guinea to Bali in Yankee National Geographic magazine, December 1959. Irving and Electa Johnson, Inside Europe aboard Yankee National Geographic magazine, August 1964. Irving and Electa Johnson, Yankee Cruises, The Storied Nile, National Geographic magazine, May 1965. Irving and Electa Johnson, Yankee Sails Turkey's History, Haunted Coast, National Geographic magazine, December 1969. Electa Johnson, Yankee Cruises, Inland Italy, Part I Yachting, July 1973. Electa Johnson, Yankee Cruises, Inland Italy, Part I Yachting, August 1973. Let's now turn our attention to films and uncover the fascinating insights it brings to the table. Yankee Sails Across Europe, National Geographic Society, 1967. Voyage of the Brigantine, Yankee National Geographic Society, 1968. Irving Johnson, High Seas Adventure, National Geographic Society, 1985. Around Cape Horn, Mystic Seaport, 1985. From original 16 footage shot by Irving Johnson, 1929. Unfurling the World, The Voyages of Irving and Electa Johnson, Mystic Seaport, 2012. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.